Common knowledge is a term we have been hearing over and over again these days in the news. On November 11, CBS News reported, a former prosecutor who once worked alongside embattled Alabama GOP Senate candidate Roy Moore in the early 1980s told CNN it was common knowledge at the time that Moore dated high school girls. And on October 10, 2017, a Variety reporter wrote, multiple former staffers reported that even if they never saw evidence of abuse, Weinstein's behavior was common knowledge at TWC and at Miramax. When did the term common knowledge become justification for UAL harassment and abuse? These well-known secrets were kept quiet for years and years, paving the way for others to suffer the indignity and psychological effects of UAL harassment. Harvey Weinstein's behavior towards women was joked about at 2013 Academy Awards by Seth MacFarlane, which somehow made it acceptable. Each day we hear news about another man in power who has taken advantage of someone. It seemed to be much like a Hollywood hazing ritual. If you wanted to make it in Hollywood, you had to endure men like Weinstein who used harassment as a power tool, forcing his victims into submission by drilling into them the fear, embarrassment, and disparagement. Don't we as a society frown on hazing in college? Why has it been allowed in Hollywood? Moore's tool of choice was to prey on young girls who were always told to be respectful and polite to their elders, certainly not to speak out. How flattering it must have been to these nice girls to get attention from such an admired politician. Now we are learning that UAL harassment is not just a woman thing. Men are being harassed as well. Spacey used the power of celebrity. Doesn't everyone want to meet a celebrity? Whatever the tool of choice to harass, it has to stop. Kudos to the brave women and men that are standing up and speaking out. They are breaking a new ground for all us. They are making sure that the unwanted gesture, touch, off-color joke in the workplace is no longer appropriate. They are making sure that when someone feels uncomfortable and goes to their HR director to report a situation, they are no longer seen as a troublemaker and ostracized or marked for potential unemployment. I have heard many stories from colleagues about going to HR and being told to find a new job instead of HR telling the offender to find the job. This perpetuated the offense. Most women I know have a story and only now feels free enough to tell that story. In an NY Times op-ed on November 19, this is a man problem. Charles Blow writes, rape is not, it's rape. Unwanted touching is not why it's assault. Sexual advances in a professional environment, particularly from a position of power, are highly inappropriate and could be illegal. It is high time we all realize the implications of unwanted UAL advances and start placing the blame where the blame should go, on the offender, not the victim. I end this with Metu. How about you? Algazy is CEO of the Ivy Network, LLC and Executive Director of the Women's Collaborative.